The papyrus, put it on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you say how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
Hello, welcome to the Papyrus TV Africa. From shadows to light, a new hope emerges. Imaan and Sulaiman-Ibrahim takes the helm in women affairs. In a dramatic shift in Nigeria's political landscape, the recent reshufflement of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet has led to the departure of Ojuken Ohaneze from her role as Minister of Women Affairs, making way for Imaan Sulaiman-Ibrahim. This transition encapsulates a pragmatic narrative of how downfall of one can illuminate the rise of another, stirring a mix of sentiment, hope, anticipation, and reflection. The former minister, Nigerian lawyer, entrepreneur, politician, and film producer, whose political journey took a significant turn when she became the first woman to run for presidency within the All Progressive Congress (APC) during the 2023 election cycle, but ultimately stepped back from her presidential ambition to endorse Bola Tinubu, aligning with this vision and solidifying her influence within the APC. Her commitment to public service culminated in her appointment as Minister of Women Affairs, where she continued her advocacy for women's rights and empowerment. Her business interests, particularly in real estate and education, have also contributed to her reputation as a respected and influential figure in Nigeria. But despite all this, Ojuken Ohanese's tenure was one marred by significant controversies, including allegations of mismanagement and failure to address critical issues affecting women in Nigeria. One of these instances happened in August when the former Minister of Women Affairs, Ojuken Ohanese, disrupted two events in Abuja over claim that it was organized without her permission. At one of the events themed Unveiling the Power of Women and Food Security, she claimed the organizers was impersonating the ministry and had them detained by the Department of State Services (DSS). Her disapproval was rooted in the unauthorized nature of the gathering, despite prior order from her office and presidential approval to cancel the event. Around 3 weeks later, a separate video of the former minister surfaced, expressing her discontent with the focus on workshop and seminar without tangible empowerment for women. She highlighted the need for such events to contribute directly to women's empowerment, criticizing the use of ministry's fund for initiatives she deemed ineffective, especially amid Nigerian pressing social issues, despite her prior acclaim for advocating women's rights. Her effectiveness came under scrutiny amid claims of inadequate action on pressing matters such as gender-based violence and economic empowerment, with one of such instances confirmed in September 2023. The former Minister of Women Affairs issued an apology after receiving backlash over her comments on the University of Calabar UNICAL's sexual harassment case. In a widely circulated video, Kennedy Ohanenye appears to downplay the allegations, suggesting the students involved were being manipulated to remove the suspected dean of the Faculty of Law, Professor Steele Ndifo, for personal motives. She was also heard warning the students about potential imprisonment if they continue to pursue the allegation, implying that since no physical assault was claimed, sexual harassment had not occurred. This sparked an outcry for a coalition of over 500 gender rights activists under the banner of Womenifesto, led by Dr. Abiola Akiyode Afolabi of the Woman Advocate Research and Documentation Center, WADIS. The activists condemned Kennedy Ohanese's comments, stressing the potential harm to vulnerable women and children in Nigeria and demanding a public retraction and apology. Responding, Kennedy Ohanenye released a statement underscoring her commitment to due diligence, rule of law, and the importance of justice and fairness as the foundation of a just society. These challenges cast a shadow over her time in office, leading to call for accountability and reform. The pressure intensified as she faced criticism from women groups and stakeholders who argued that her leadership did not sufficiently advocate the interests of Nigerian women. However, with the recent reshuffle of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet, the exit of Ujuken Ohaneye as Nigeria's Minister of Women Affairs marked the rise of Imam Sulaiman-Ibrahim, whose appointment has sparked anticipation and enthusiasm for the future of the ministry. Imaan's extensive background in administration and policy making, paired with her demonstrated commitment to gender equality, has already raised support and optimism among stakeholders and the public, who see her as a beacon of hope for addressing key challenges faced by Nigerian women and girls. Imam Sulaiman-Ibrahim steps into the role imbued with a sense of renewed optimism and commitment. Acknowledged for her significant achievement as a Nigerian's first female Minister of State for Police Affairs, Imaan has built a reputation as a dedicated advocate for social justice and gender equality. Her previous roles, most notably as the Director General of Nigerian Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, demonstrate her capability to implement effective policies. Under her leadership, Nigeria achieved a notable upgrade from a Tier 2 watch list to Tier 1 in anti-trafficking efforts, reflecting tangible results from her strategic initiative. Her background and multifaceted experience position her to address the need of women and children in Nigeria. Raised in Abuja and hailing from Kefi, Nasarawa State, she earned a bachelor's in sociology and dual master's degree by age 21, showcasing her dedication to education and her purpose. Her commitment to women empowerment is echoed in her statement since her appointment, where she vowed to ensure that women's voices are heard and represented in all areas of governance. She has articulated a vision that includes advocating for law that protects women's rights and creating safe spaces for survivors of violence. Reactions surrounding Imam's appointment has been one of celebration and hope. As she entered her new office, women advocates group and stakeholders warmly welcome her with songs and joys, signaling a desire for renewed vigor in the Ministry of Women Affairs. The Youth Women in Politics Forum, WIPF, joined in jubilant reception, indicating a collective enthusiasm for her leadership and a belief in her potentials to usher in significant reform. This obvious contrast of Ujuken Ohaneye's continuous exit and Imam Sulaiman-Ibrahim's optimism accent illuminates a compelling narrative about the power of change in leadership. As Imaan begins her journey, she is already surrounded by a chorus of congratulatory messages, reflecting the high expectation placed upon her. Organizations like Pacify International School for Autism Children have expressed confidence in her ability to champion gender equality and enhance the welfare of women and children. The expectations that follow Imam's appointment are underscored by a collective aspiration for progress, rooted in the lessons learned from the previous administration. As Nigeria looks towards a future marked by innovation and inclusivity, Imam Sulaiman-Ibrahim embodied the hope that the voice of women will not only be heard, but will also resonate powerfully across all spheres of governance. The spirit of the Ministry of Women Affairs seems poised for rejuvenation, with the promise of a leader determined to break barriers and foster an environment where every Nigerian woman can strive. This has been the Papyrus TV Africa.
The papyrus, putting on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try it.